We're talking about the differences between what the biosynthetic pathway of fatty acid and the catabolic pathway of fatty acid. Now, first thing is you have to understand what is biosynthetic. What is biosynthetic? To synthesize something is actually to make something. What is catabolism? Kata from the word, you see, kata is like breakdown. Okay, so you're trying to look at the differences between the pathway in which fatty acid is formed and the pathway in which what fatty acids are being broken down. Do you understand? So well, the pathway is kind of like complex, so I think that's why they usually don't ask students to draw it. Okay, but if they actually talk about fatty acid biosynthesis and the breakdown and you are able to draw this pathway, it's actually nice. Yeah, it's nice. But even if you can't be able to grab this pathway, it's still fine. Okay, you can manage to explain your way through. But to knowing this thing is it's good to know how to differentiate the two pathways. You can just know how to draw it for the main time. Okay, so how we'll be taking this lecture is we'll be talking about biosynthetic pathway on its own. We'll be talking about catabolic pathway on its own under different headings. Then we'll be joining the two of them and talking about the key differences. So you can choose to grab these ones that I talk about in one, or you could choose to grab the ones that are combine the two of them together, right? So I'm giving you two options in this lecture. All right. So for the biosynthetic pathway, this is it. Okay. So it actually occurs in the cytoplasm of a cell, occurs inside a cell. Okay. The enzymes that actually catalyze this process, okay, is enzymes like what acetyl-CoA carboxylase and the fatty acid synthase. Okay, so you can see this is what the acetyl-CoA carboxylase, right? And fatty acid synthase too is also an enzyme in this. Okay, so what are the substrates? Like, what are the things that are supposed to come together to form fatty acid, right? So you have acetyl-CoA and what malonyl-CoA, right? So either acetyl-CoA or malonyl-CoA, okay, are the substrate for this reaction. All right, those are the things that must be there for the reaction to even happen. All right, so what are the final products? Palmitates. All right, palmitates is an important final product. Okay, palmitates is an important final product. Then energy requirement, it requires energy from ATP and NADPH. Okay, so ATP is needed, NADPH is what needed for this process to go on. Do you understand? So moving forward now, regulation. Okay, insulin can regulate it, citrate can regulate it, glucose can regulate it. Okay, so that's why you're having citrate here. So glucose is still talking about the ATP. If this process needs ATP to go on, if you withdraw ATP, that means this process will be reduced. Do you understand? So that's the regulation. So we spoke about this pathway on location, enzyme, substrate, product, energy regulation. Now a mnemonic for that is what? L E S P E R. That's LESPR. L is for location, E is for enzymes, S is for substrate, P is for product, E is for energy, R is for regulation. So just grab it like that. Okay. Then moving to the next one now, which is what? Fatty acid catabolism. All right. So using that mnemonic now, LESPR for location L occurs in the mitochondria. Okay. So you can now see the differences. Don't worry, we'll still talk about their combined differences, right? What are the enzymes involved? We have the carnitine palmitoyltransferase. Carnitine palmitoyltransferase. Carnitine palmitoyltransferase. Okay, so probably you could use your biochemistry textbook to look at a very nice pathway for this catabolism, right? What are the enzymes? Carnitine palmitoyltransferase, acyl-CoA dehydrogenase. Okay, what are the substrates? What are the things that must be there for this process to even what? Kickstart. Fatty acyl-CoA. Fatty acyl-CoA. All right. and the coenzyme A, right? I'll just say fatty acyl-CoA, right? Just say fatty acyl-CoA. It's enough. Then what are the products? Acetyl-CoA will be formed, NADH will be formed, FADH2 will be formed. Okay, so I'll actually like it because it's an exam condition. I don't like it to be abbreviating this, but if you abbreviate to, it's still fine. But if you write it in full, still fine. Okay. Energy release is this is like, but this is a breakdown process, so energy will be released. This one being a build-up product process, energy was required. Okay, so energy release, ATP will be released, NADH will be released, FADH2 will be released. How is it regulated? It's regulated by glucagon, epinephrine, and the AMP activated one. That's adenosine monophosphate activated protein kinase. Alright, just grab it like that. What is their collective differences? The location. Biosynthesis occurs in the cytoplasm, catabolism occurs in the mitochondria. Enzymes. Different set of enzymes are involved. So you must now know these enzymes. Okay, just try to know those enzymes. That's why using this format to answer the question. Different set of enzymes are involved. So for the biosynthesis, this enzyme blah 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 is involved. The catabolism, this enzyme is involved. Okay, substrate. Acetyl-CoA is a starting material for biosynthesis, while fatty acyl-CoA is a substrate for catabolism. Alright, energy. Biosynthesis requires energy, while catabolism is breakdown, so energy will rather be released. Very simple. Regulation. Okay, different hormonal and metabolic. You now still have to know the different things that regulate this cycle, right? So at least just watch this video like 3 times, and the 3 times don't watch it back to back. No, watch it today, watch tomorrow. Just allow yourself process it, because anything fatty acid, structures of fatty acid, pathways for fatty acid in biochemistry is usually big headache. I know that one. Okay, so that's how the biosynthetic and the catabolic pathway of fatty acid actually differ.